Look at yourself right now. Yes, you, sitting there watching this video. If you are a single man over 30, wondering with a quiet desperation why that attractive, successful woman in your office is flirting with her married colleague instead of you, or if you are that woman who finds herself magnetically pulled toward men with wedding rings, then I need you to stop lying to yourself. For the next 20 minutes, we are going to expose a social mechanism so primitive, so brutally honest, that you will either hate me for revealing it or thank me for finally explaining the ugly truth happening right in front of your eyes. A guy messaged me last year, 35 years old, successful business owner, good-looking, works out, the entire package. He said, "I don't understand these women my age. They are all chasing married guys while I'm here, available, ready for something real." And I told him the hardest truth he'd ever hear. Buddy, that's exactly your problem. You're available. You're sitting there like a finished product on a shelf with a giant 50% off sticker, and you wonder why nobody's buying. You think availability increases your value? Think again. Let me paint a picture of what is truly happening in the emotional marketplace after 30. It's like everyone suddenly got a major software update overnight, but the single men were never told about the patch. They're still running on version 1.0. The single man thinks, "Finally, I'm established, I have my life together, now women will appreciate what I offer." Meanwhile, the woman over 30 looks at him and thinks, "If nobody claimed you by now, what's wrong with you that I can't see yet?" It's basic human psychology, what we call social proof. Imagine two restaurants side by side. One is pristine, perfectly clean, empty. The other has a line out the door, people waiting an hour in the cold to get a table. Where do you want to eat? You want to eat where everyone else is eating, because if all those people are waiting, it must be good. The empty restaurant might have better food, but you'll never know because you won't even try it. The single man over 30 is the empty restaurant. But the psychology goes much deeper than that. And this is where most men get hopelessly confused. They cling to the idea that women want love, companionship, and partnership. Listen carefully. Women over 30 are not looking for love stories anymore. They are looking for validation of their market value. And nothing validates a woman more than successfully stealing attention, even for a moment, from a man who already belongs to someone else. When a woman is 22, she believes in the fairy tale. True love, Prince Charming, building something together from scratch. By 32, she's been through enough disappointments to know fairy tales are for children. Now she wants proof that she can still compete, proof that she still has that magnetic power. And the ultimate proof is making a man who has already gone through the process, who already chose someone else, risk that choice just to look at her instead. Here's what a single man fails to understand about the married man's appeal. The married man is pre-approved merchandise. Another woman already did the hard work. She trained him, domesticated him, taught him how to live with a woman, how to navigate female emotions without running away. He knows when to shut up during an argument. He knows when to bring flowers. He knows how to communicate. He is a car that's already been broken in. You don't have to deal with the factory stiffness or the inevitable breakdowns during the first year. But the real secret, the dark, fascinating core that most people miss, is this. The woman over 30 who chases married men is not actually trying to steal him permanently. She doesn't want your marriage. She doesn't want your kids calling her stepmom. She wants the highlight reel without the behind-the-scenes footage. Think about social media. People only post the vacations, the celebrations, the perfect moments. Nobody posts themselves doing laundry at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday or arguing about whose turn it is to take out the trash. The woman dating a married man gets to live in the Instagram version of a relationship permanently. Every meeting is special because time is limited. Every date is planned because spontaneity isn't possible. Every moment is intense because it might be the last. Now, let's look at the single man over 30 and why he has become relationship kryptonite. The first problem is, you're too available. You can text back immediately. You can meet whenever. You have no excuse to leave early. You are like a restaurant that's open 24/7. Convenient, sure, but there's nothing special about going there. A married man texts at weird hours because that's the only time he can. Each message feels like a little secret, a small rebellion, a dopamine hit. A single man texts whenever, and it registers as nothing but another notification on her phone, competing with Instagram and work emails. The second problem: you want too much. The single man over 30 is in a hurry. He wants the whole package immediately: marriage, kids, Sunday dinners with the parents. He's waited this long, so he's frantic to make up for lost time. He's like someone who starved himself all day and then wants to eat the entire buffet at once. It's overwhelming pressure. And pressure is the last thing a woman over 30 wants to feel. She thinks, I spent my 20s being pressured to be someone's wife and mother. Now you want me to sign up for all of that again? With you, who couldn't even get someone to commit to you in your prime years? Harsh? Yes, true, absolutely. The married man, conversely, cannot offer her any of that pressure. He cannot propose. He cannot introduce her to his mother. He cannot ask her to move in. All he can offer is right now, this moment, this experience. And for a woman who is exhausted from a decade of failed future planning, living in the present feels like a profound freedom. And then there's the financial aspect. Oh, you thought this was all about emotions? Wake up. A married man dating outside his marriage is operating on guilt. And guilt, my friends, is the most expensive emotion in the world. He feels guilty for cheating, so he compensates with generosity. That weekend trip, he's paying. That expensive restaurant, his treat. That jewelry she mentioned, already bought. He's trying to buy his way out of feeling like a bad person. Meanwhile, the single guy is thinking about splitting the bill because equality and modern relationships. Who do you think she's choosing? The single man says, let's build something together. The married man says, let me spoil you right now. After 30, which offer sounds better? The promise of maybe building something eventually, or the guarantee of being treated like a queen today? The unavailability itself becomes addictive. Humans are wired to want what they can't have. The single man is always available, always ready. There is no chase, no challenge, no victory. Dating him is like playing a video game with cheat codes. You might win, but it doesn't feel satisfying. The married man is a constant challenge. Will he text today? Can he meet this weekend? Will he leave his wife? These questions create emotional spikes, a literal dopamine hit. It is addictive, like a slot machine. You never know when you'll win, but the possibility keeps you pulling that lever. A woman over 30 often starts dating a married man, telling herself, it's just fun, nothing serious. She genuinely believes this. She isn't trying to break up a marriage, she's trying to feel alive again after years of disappointing relationships with single men who either wouldn't commit or weren't worth committing to. But then, she gets comfortable in the arrangement. No responsibilities, all fun. No where is this going conversations, because everyone knows where it's not going. She realizes this is actually perfect for her current life. She can focus on her career without someone complaining she works too much. She can maintain her independence without someone trying to merge lives. She can have male attention and validation without the suffocating expectations that come with a real relationship. Meanwhile, the single guy is sending thoughtful messages that get ignored, planning creative first dates that lead nowhere, trying to prove he's different. But trying to prove you're different is exactly what makes you the same as everyone else. The single man walks into a date thinking, I need to show her I'm relationship material. He talks about his stable job, his house, his 401k, his 5-year plan. You know what that sounds like to a woman over 30? It sounds like a job interview for a position she's not sure she wants anymore. The married man walks into a hotel room thinking, we have 2 hours. There's no future to discuss, no plans to make. no expectations to manage. Just 2 hours of present moment intensity. For a woman exhausted by failed long-term planning, this simplicity is intoxicating. The single men complain. Women say they want commitment, but they chase unavailable men. Yes, they do say that. Just like you say you want a nice, stable girl, but swipe right on the Instagram model who is clearly going to destroy your life. People say lots of things. Watch what they do, not what they say. Many women over 30 have been burned by the relationship escalator. Dating, relationship, moving in, engagement, marriage, kids. That predetermined path society tells everyone to follow. They followed it in their 20s, and where did it lead? Divorce, disappointment, or still being single at 35. So when you, the single man, show up offering to put them back on that same escalator, they are not interested. Been there, done that, have the emotional scars to prove it. The married man offers an exit ramp from the escalator entirely. It's a relationship that can never progress in the traditional sense, which means it can never fail in the traditional sense either. And let's address the biological clock argument. Yes, some women over 30 want kids, but many of them want more to not end up as single mothers after watching their friends divorce in their 30s with young children. They are reconsidering whether that biological urge is worth the risk. The married man cannot give them children, not legitimate ones anyway. And for many women over 30, that's not a bug, it's a feature. They can enjoy the relationship without the pressure of deciding about children. The decision is made for them by circumstance, and sometimes having no choice is easier than having to choose. As for the physical dynamic, the single man over 30 often approaches sex like he's still 22. He thinks quantity, performance, and technique matter. But the woman over 30 has had enough sex to know what truly matters is the mental game. The married man brings built-in mental stimulation, the taboo, the secrecy, the danger. These are psychological aphrodisiacs that no amount of physical skill can match. The single guy might last longer or have better abs, but it doesn't matter. The married man makes her feel like a forbidden fantasy, and that feeling is worth more than any physical performance. When a married man risks his marriage to be with her, that is the ultimate compliment to a woman's ego. It says you're worth risking everything for. The single man risks nothing. His interest, no matter how genuine, will never carry the same weight. But here's the real tragedy. The single men over 30 who are actually good partners, who would commit and build something real, are being ignored for men who can offer nothing but stolen moments and broken promises. And the women who chase the married men are virtually guaranteeing their own disappointment, because these affairs almost never end well. For the married men watching this and feeling a surge of desirability, don't get excited. You are not desirable. Your unavailability is. If you got divorced tomorrow, you would instantly lose that appeal, becoming just another single guy over 30, except now with baggage and alimony payments. And for the women watching who recognize this pattern in their lives, ask yourself what you are truly looking for. If it's validation that you're still attractive, there are better ways to get it than being someone's secret. If it's avoiding commitment, there are more honest ways than dating someone who is already committed elsewhere. The truth nobody wants to admit is that this entire dynamic is driven by fear. Single men over 30 fear they'll never find someone. Women over 30 fear they're running out of time and options. Married men fear they made the wrong choice and are terrified of confronting their unhappiness. Everyone is operating from fear, and fear makes people do stupid things. This toxic cycle feeds itself. The good single men, seeing this pattern, become bitter, thinking, why should I stay available when being married makes me more attractive? So they rush into marriages for the wrong reasons, becoming the next generation of unhappy, cheating married men. The women who spend their 30s dating married men hit 40 still single, now competing with women in their 30s for the same married men's attention. The validation drug stops working. They realize they spent a decade in relationships that were designed to go nowhere. Social media has only magnified this disaster. A woman over 30 can post a selfie and get hundreds of likes. She feels desired, but she knows that attention is cheap and meaningless. But a married man choosing to risk his entire life for her? That attention has weight. It has cost. The single man on dating apps is just another face in an endless scroll, his thoughtful message lost in a sea of banality. He's trying to stand out by being genuine in a marketplace that rewards the superficial. No wonder he can't compete with the married man who already stands out simply by being forbidden fruit. The married men who engage in these affairs are cowards. They won't leave their unhappy marriages, but they won't work on them either. They want the stability of home and the excitement of an affair. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And women over 30 are volunteering to be that cake. Why? Because these women have learned that trying to be the whole meal, the wife, the mother, the career woman, the homemaker, is exhausting. Being the dessert is easier. You only have to be sweet. You only appear on special occasions, and nobody expects you to be nutritious. The single man over 30 offers to make her the whole meal again. Be my everything, he says, and she thinks, I tried being everything to someone before. It didn't work. I'd rather be something special to someone than everything to no one. And in a final layer of dysfunction, the wife often knows, not the details, but she knows something is wrong. Sometimes she's secretly relieved. The affair takes the pressure off her. She doesn't have to be the fun one, the sexy one, the exciting one anymore. She can just be tired, comfortable, focused on the kids or her career. The mistress is doing her a favor, taking care of needs she no longer wants to meet. This creates a weird equilibrium where everyone is getting something, but nobody is getting everything. The husband gets variety, the wife gets reduced expectations, the mistress gets excitement without commitment. The only one getting nothing is the single guy wondering why he can't get a date. The single men will watch this and think, so I should get married to become attractive. Missing the point entirely. The women will watch and think, he doesn't understand my situation. The married men won't finish the video, too uncomfortable. But the truth doesn't care about your feelings. The solution is to stop playing games you cannot win. Single men, stop trying to prove your worth to women who have already decided you are worthless. Stop being available to people who only value the unavailable. Women over 30, stop settling for being someone's secret. Stop confusing intensity with intimacy. Stop using affairs as therapy for your fear of commitment. You are better than being someone's escape from their real life. Married men, either fix your marriage or end it. Stop being cowards who want change without making changes. But here's the thing. Most of you won't change anything. You will keep wondering why you're alone. The women will keep chasing unavailability. The married men will keep cheating. Because change requires admitting you've been wrong, and that's harder than staying miserable. The dating market after 30 isn't broken because married men are inherently more attractive. It's broken because everyone is trying to avoid the pain of their past mistakes instead of learning from them. Single men are trying to avoid more rejection. Women over 30 are trying to avoid more disappointment. Married men are trying to avoid confronting their unhappy marriages. Everyone is playing defense. Nobody is playing offense. The woman over 30 who prefers married men isn't defective. She's responding logically to a broken system. The single man over 30 who can't get dates isn't flawed. He's offering something nobody is buying anymore. The married man having an affair isn't evil. He's weak, taking the easy path instead of the right one. Everyone is making rational choices based on irrational fears. You came here wanting to understand why women over 30 prefer married men. Now you know. It's not about the men at all. It's about avoiding pressure, seeking validation, and choosing known disappointments over unknown possibilities. It's about fear disguised as preference, cowardice disguised as choice. You have to decide, are you going to keep playing a game where everyone loses? Or are you going to finally flip the board and walk away? The choice is yours. It always has been. You just pretended it wasn't because choosing is terrifying. Welcome to Dating After 30, where everyone's damaged, nobody admits it, and we all pretend the solution is finding the right person instead of becoming the right person. It's not a love story, it's a horror story, and you're both the monster and the victim. Change the game or keep losing. Your choice. But stop pretending you don't understand the rules. After watching this, you understand perfectly. The question is, what are you going to do about it?